Now, as the Kundalini rises, she enlightens your second center, which we can call as the Swadhisthana chakra for the time being, though it is the third center, but first, second center. You become extremely creative. Extremely creative. I know of a gentleman who came to me, he had no job. And he said, Mother, I have no job, and what should I do? I said, all right, what do you want to do? He said, whatever you say. I said, all right, why don't you become an interior decorator? He said, me, I don't know what is a teak wood, I don't know what is a rosewood, how am I to become an interior decorator? I said, you just use your vibrations. And you'll be surprised, he earned millions of rupees out of that profession. Because you become extremely creative. Your sense of creation becomes so subtle and so beautiful that you start understanding art at such a high level that people don't know how, when you are not educated in art, how you can do it. I went to Japan once and they were having an ikebana competition or something. So I went to see the ikebana class. They requested me, why don't you do some flower arrangement? I said, all right, I'll do it. I did it. And I got the highest marks without knowing a word about ikebana. Just surprising. I got the highest mark. I can do lots of things which I have never done before, like architecture. I have built houses without doing any architecture. I have done decorations of the houses. I have done all kinds of things without knowing how to do it. Because you become so creative. Music you start understanding so much better. There are people now, in America there's a girl, she had a horrible hoarse voice, absolutely hoarse voice. And she always used to go out of tune. So I told her, you shouldn't sing songs before me because it's rather funny. She said, Mother, why don't you give me a good voice? I said, you just try your Vishuddhi chakra. If your Vishuddhi chakra is corrected, you'll be all right. Why don't you sit down? So the Vishuddhi chakra she tried on Vishuddhi chakra giving vibrations, and she sings so melodiously now that actually she can be a great singer. So the creativity, that also is a blessing of your power, of the goddess of learning. Boys who could not study in the schools were absolutely duffers. Some people brought, there is a boy, recently I received a letter from him. When he came to me, his father said that he is going to be taken out of school because he is good for nothing, he cannot remember anything, he is absolutely finished. I said, all right, doesn't matter, let him take to surgery. He got his realization. Not only that he passed with first class, but he got a scholarship. Then he passed another exam, he got a scholarship. Now he's got a very big job. At a very young age, he wrote to me, Mother, no one can believe that a duffer like me has been so much highly placed. All the boys who got scholarships in Maharashtra, in schools, in colleges and university are surgeons. It is such a tremendous force that starts working in you. If you try to give vibrations, say, to fruits or to trees or to, say, wheat and such things which are very important for life, any food, you'll be amazed that the food also grows so much more and the taste is so good and it lasts you so longer. Like one gentleman tried, a university professor in agricultural college, on some wheat, some vibrations. And he was amazed that when they collected this wheat was at least 6 times more than normal. And when this wheat was stored in a big hall like this, there were so many other things. The rats, who are always a menace in India, never touched that wheat. They ate all the rest of it but never touched the wheat. Even the animals, the snakes, even the tigers, of course the dogs and the cats understand it much more. They understand you. They know that you are a saint. They'll never touch you. They'll never trouble you. Even a tiger sees a saint, he never attacks. You can handle a tiger very easily. This is the power of a saint. So you develop a tremendous capacity of creativity. The greatest capacity you have then is of creating a new human being out of an ordinary human being. This is the greatest blessing you have, that you transform an egg into a bird. And that is the epitome, that is the spiritual power you have by which you can transform the whole human race into a new race which has this fifth dimension within yourself. You can start talking on science. Now we have a scientist here, and he's done his science, he's a doctor of science and this and that in chemistry. And I explained to him about this, where is the hydrogen and oxygen and nitrogen and all that within us, and he was amazed. He said, "Mother, how do you know all these things?" I said, "I don't know how I know, but I know. That's what it is. You just have a look at these." And he was amazed how I was telling him about spiral movement and linear movement of peptones. He said that for this I had to study so much. I said, for Sahaja Yoga you don't have to study. A little bit you know, and immediately you click the point. Now, this is the second thing that you know in your learnings, in your education, you are all right. But the mastery of the center comes. The mastery of the center comes when you know the pure knowledge of handling the Kundalini, the pure knowledge of spirit, the pure knowledge of the blessings of God, of Rutambhara Pragya. If you know that, that is the highest that you achieve gradually as you grow. Because when the center starts expanding on the sides, you start expanding in your personality, in your sensitivity, and in your evolutionary ascent. So that is how you start growing from one to another to another to another. Now the third center that we have, actually this is the second center, because the third center arises, this Swadhisthana arises out of the Navi. It's a very, very important center. It's the center of your seeking, as he has told you. Your complete priorities change. Complete priorities change. Because the joy that you get out of Sahaja Yoga, the joy you get out of this meditation, out of the feeling that flows in you all the time, like a beautiful torrential rain of joy that fills you, your life and everybody's life. You don't care for cheap type of entertainment. You feel you seek other Sahaja Yogi. You want to meet another Sahaja Yogi. You don't want to meet anybody else. If there's an actor coming or some big man is coming, all right, let him come. I am going to see such and such person. It is such a different personality that one day I'll tell you how it happens. There was a girl, a diplomat. She's a diplomat who is a realized soul, and she happened to go to Sicily. And she was eating her food. Suddenly she felt there's some vibrations coming down. She looked around. The other one was also looking at her. She said, "Are you Mataji's disciple?" She said, "Yes, I am Mataji's child." They both got up and just hugged and said, "Such joy, Mother, in that far-fetched place of Sicily to find a Sahaja Yogi." And then they kept together. And they wouldn't go anywhere else, but they said, "Now this is the enjoyment." Just the company of a Sahaja Yogi is such an enjoyment. I have seen these people when they go to India. The people are not so rich, poor people, they have little huts. But when they go there, you should see the love, the rapport. And that makes me so happy, the way they love each other, the way they understand each other, the way they help each other. And only the company, for the first time you start enjoying. We were once in a hotel, staying in Calcutta, and there were two Sahaja Yogis with me. They were in the other room, quite far away. They couldn't get a room close to me. And one gentleman came for his realization. He came to my feet. When he got realization, it was a tremendous happening. And they came rushing from there. I said, "What happened?" They said, "We felt the vibrations. We felt the vibrations from their mother, so we have come to receive the vibrations." And they came and they felt the vibrations. So this man was so great that his vibrations attracted them and they came down. And then they were just enjoying that as if They were enjoying a big flower with lots of fragrance. What vibrations, what vibrations? The fellow got up, he said, very nice, they are enjoying my vibrations, now I am going to enjoy your vibrations. For the first time you start enjoying your fellow men, because everyone is a beautiful personality, a glorious, fragrant, joyful personality. But because you cannot feel the other person, and because the other person does not emit, you are all the time quarreling. Even husband, wife quarreling, father, mother quarreling, this one quarreling, that quarreling. In Sahaja Yoga, there's hardly any time for people to quarrel. The other day I had a lady who came to see me, and she was trying to put her point. And there were about 5-6 Sahaja Yogis, and everybody was putting the same point. And she was amazed. She said, I have never seen such concord, such friendship, such understanding, all of them supporting each other, nobody is cutting anyone. Such a society has to develop. It's such a nourishing, soothing, invigorating society. And you forget about getting bored. Boredom goes out of life. You never get bored. You enjoy yourself, or you enjoy the company of Sahaja Yogis, and it's a very different level that you come out. That is what, that land you have to reach within yourself. Now, the greatest thing that happens as a result of this center seeking, that you start seeking other seekers. You try to find out where is the seeker. If you hear somebody is a seeker, you go and see him. If you hear about someone that some people are lost there, they were seekers but they went there lost, you all rush there. It's like a person who is like a what you call a guard. On the seashore, you know, there are guards kept for salvaging people. And that's how you become. You suddenly find somebody sinking, you just go. In Bombay, there was a case, they announced that there's a lady who is going to die. If somebody can come and help her, it will be a great thing. They all rushed there, you save her. Now the interest changes completely, and you start really helping people and not feeling that you have helped anyone. Not at all. But the surrounding portion of that, which is the void, is the best which is affected by your awakening. That you become the virtue itself. Nobody has to tell you that you be virtuous. When you are awakened, you become a virtuous personality. You enjoy your virtues. You enjoy being good. You enjoy being nice. You really enjoy it. And that enjoyment comes to you as a blessing, because the virtue itself is so strengthening, so powerful, that anyone who is harmed or troubled or tortured or put down, you stand up. You are not afraid of anyone. You are not afraid of any one of them. Now about these people who have been troubling you as fake gurus, I told about them in 1970. I am just a lady. And single-handed I told them who these people are, how they are going to loot you, and what they are going to do. But in this country, nobody can think of one genuine person who could be really genuine. It was the problem that time. But with this awakening within you of the virtuous nature, you just know what is virtue and what is not virtue. I don't have to tell. I don't say don't do this and don't do that. I never say that. It just happens. Because when the virtue starts developing, the vibrations improve and you feel extremely joyous. We have lost our virtues because there is no joy out of it. No reward. If somebody is honest, he has to suffer. If somebody is good, he has to suffer. If somebody is kind, he thinks he has to suffer. But after getting realization, you are rewarded for your virtues. You are amazed how you are paid for it. It's so surprising. Like once there was a lady who came to see me, she was a refugee. And I had a big house, so I said, all right, come and stay with me. So my husband, my brother, they came, they said, what's this? You don't know her, who she is, her husband, whether he's her husband or not. Just given her 2 rooms. It's not good. I said, let it be, doesn't it? I know for nothing is going to happen. Let her be here. So they wouldn't also go against me. They said, all right, if you say so. This lady stayed for 10 days and went away. Then she became a very well-known actress in India. I didn't know she was the same lady, but somebody told me that she's the same lady. I said, maybe. Then one day, you see, they wanted to make a film for our Sahaj Yoga. So they said, we can ask this lady to act because she's a good actress. I said, all right, you can go and ask, but don't tell her that I'm here. Otherwise, she will have no choice. I will not go and see her. You just ask her. They went and asked her. They said, will you be an actress and all that? She said, I'll try this, that, she was saying. But on the day when they were going to open the film, I went there, she saw me, she was so amazed. She said, oh God, you are the one. You are the one who's sponsoring this. Oh, I'll give my life for her. She just came forward, she said, have anything you like. I have nothing to say. I'm so sorry that you never told me that she's there. 1,000 times more she rewarded. A little thing I did for her. No more cheating, no more troubling. You become a wonderful person. And so many people become your friends in this world. You have to just tell you are coming. There will be 100 people at the airport to receive you. There will be so many friends all over the world for you will be amazed. It's such a tremendous thing happens because now you are all awakened in that primordial being and you have become one with each other. You can feel it. That oneness, that unison, that we are all not only human beings, but we are yogis, we are superhuman beings, and we have to look after the whole world. That feeling of compassion is so overwhelming that all little stupid things just fall off. There's no place for them. This actually happens and has happened with many. Dr. Warren, whom you have seen here, can tell you, as I told you, lots of stories, but there are many who some of them were so hot-tempered, some of them were so quarrelsome, some of them used to fight so much in the beginning that I thought, how are they going to be all right? But today I find them as great friends and very great yogis. So this is the center where your religion is awakened. And what is a religion? Word comes from religo. In Sanskrit it means dharma. Dhara iti sa dharma, the sustenance, your valency is your religion. As every atom, carbon has 4 valencies, and in the same way you have 10 valencies. These are the 10 commandments that were told to you. And you become that. You just become. I don't have to tell you as commandments, but they become your beautiful ornaments within yourself. This happens automatically. So spontaneously you become that. A bishop came to see me the other day. He's a relation of my brother. He came to see me and he was rather adamant and a little angry when he came to see me because he thought, why am I trying to do this kind of thing? But when he saw the Sahaj Yogis, he said, I'm amazed, I've been giving lectures in the church for years together, but I could not achieve anything. How have we transformed these people? The drug addicts have suddenly become such good people that they have given up drugs. Alcoholics have given up alcohols. How is it without telling them anything? I said, everything is within them. As soon as the light comes, you can see everything. You know that this is on your way, this is against your progress, this is anti-light, you just give up. Only thing, you have to have the light within you. So, he himself was surprised at this. And then he said, really, that should be done, is to transform them. But I said, you do not transform them by giving them big sermons. You transform them by giving them the real second birth, real baptism. And I must say that Calvinists, of all the persons Calvinists in Geneva, have accepted me. And they think that this is the only way they can transform people. You will be amazed, the Calvinists of all the persons who are such, one-sided people, they have accepted to see the result of everybody who is an open-minded person, who thinks for the good of others and not for money making and for his selfish ends, will see one day that this is the way it has to be. God has given us this power. We have got a spirit within us. We should try to awaken that and we should accept it, not because I am doing it. You can do it also. So this thing happens to you with this chakra.